Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Jewett. For today, we are on lesson 9. We're going to be reading another story from Bedtime Tales. It's called The Hare and the Hedgehog. Let's find out a little bit about the story. Today, you will read a story where the characters are two animals, a hedgehog and a hare. Let's review the vocab. Hedgehog. Oh, look how cute he is. These are small mammals with spines or spikes all over their bodies. So these little things that spike out. Hedgehogs have short legs. You can see how tiny they are, and will roll into a tight ball if they feel they are in danger. So that's their defense mechanism. Hares. Hares are also called jackrabbits. They are bigger than rabbits, however, and build their homes above ground. Hares are very fast. So they're bigger than rabbits, and they build their homes above the ground. They're very quick. You can see how strong and powerful their legs are. So maybe that has something to do with this story. His legs look long and strong, and our hedgehog, have short legs. So let's see. I have a feeling this might lead us to some ideas about our story. This is a trickster tale. In a trickster tale, one character usually is clever and tricks another character. I'm having a connection moment, a text-to-text connection. Let's see if we can share that connection at the end of reading this story together. This story involves a race between the hedgehog, an animal with short legs, and a hare, a very fast animal with long legs. In first grade, you read a fable called The Tortoise and the Hare. What do you think will happen in today's story? That was actually my text-to-text connection. I was thinking of the tortoise and the hare. So let's think. What do you think will happen in today's story? Well, you know it's a race between the hedgehog, who has short legs, and the hare, who has very fast, long legs. Think in your head. We're also going to preview some spellings. Oi. When we see that O-I together, we get our mouths ready to say oi, j, oin, p, oint, point. And then also the O-Y at the end of words also says oi, and joy. And there's that O-W that says ow, like in the word frowned, which means to not smile, to look sad, and how. Can you guys all make that frown face? Everybody looks sad for a moment. Or the OU also says ow, like in house, south, and out. Watch carefully for the new spellings you have learned, and use the individual code chart when reading stories if you need help sounding out the words. So you can always have that by your side, or just remember all those things that we just learned. O-I, O-Y, oi. O-W, O-U, ow. I'm going to show you page 9.3. So hold on, let me go to that page. Here's this, we're going to read that story in a minute, but before I do that, let's look at 9.3. Actually, in our book, it's 9.2, so that's a little mistake, but so we're going to be looking at 9.2. So it's a comprehension after we read the story. So it's going to be some questions, some short answers. Let's see, I think there's a back with some more short answers or just some more writing space. So let's see. I'll go back to my other page. We are not working in groups. We're going to read this whole group. And just a reminder, at the end, we should be practicing our spelling test, but let's first go back and read the story. We're going to be reading The Hedgehog and the Hare. So again, I'm going to go to my table of contents. The Hedgehog and the Hare, page 34. And good readers always track when we read, so you'll see me tracking when I'm reading. Hare and the Hedgehog. Oop, Mrs. Jewett had it confused. The Hare and the Hedgehog. Mike and his dad sat on the bed. Did you like the tale of the jumping frog? Mike's dad asked. Yes, said Mike. Oh, I might use those, put my hands over for those. Yes, said Mike. I like when Pete tricked Jim by feeding his frog the limes. We just practiced putting our hands over our mouths when we saw quotation marks. That might be something fun to do for your reread. Then I think you will like this next tale as well. It involves a trick too. The name of this one is The Hare and the Hedgehog. What's a hare? It's like a rabbit. Okay, tell it. Once there was a hare who was proud of his speed. He liked to brag. I'm so fast, he said. I'm the fastest. No one is as fast as me. Well, the hedgehog got sick of all of this bragging. He set himself to thinking how he could trick the hare to get him to stop bragging all the time. The hedgehog made a plan. He went to the hare and said, let's race. So he's always bragging, I'm so fast, no one as fast as me. Oh, and that hedgehog is feeling pretty angry. He's tired of hearing that. The hare smiled. You and I? He said. Is this a joke? What would be the point? Those legs of yours are like stumps. It must take you from sunrise until sundown to hike a mile. Will you join me in a race? Said the hedgehog. I will join you, said the hare. Good, said the hedgehog. We will race south from this fence up to the house on the hill. But I can't race till I have my lunch. I'll be back at 1. Then the hedgehog went home and spoke to his wife. Wife, he said, I will run a race with the hare. What? Said his wife. She frowned and asked, are you out of your wits? He's so fast. You can't hope to win a race with him. Trust me, said the hedgehog. I have a plan. What's his plan? Asked Mike. I will tell you next time, said his dad. Well, rats, said Mike. It was just getting good. I wish you could just tell me now. Next time, said his dad. And we get to find out more about how that hedgehog tricked the hare in our next chapter. And I'm going to stop there. And I'm going to go back to our page that I wanted you to do. I also would like you to make sure you reread The Hedgehog and the Hare independently. So again, in your packet or in Google Classroom, you're going to click on the book, and I'd like you to read this to an adult. It's always good to do a reread of The Hare and the Hedgehog, page 34. You might even want to have your packet available because it's really important for doing your activity that's right here. Why was the hare proud? A, he was fast. B, he was funny. C, he was nice. Well, I'm going to look back for evidence. Find it. I'm so fast, he said. Oh, page 36. So let me see. I saw I'm so fast. So he was proud because he was fast. And it was on page 36. So again, we're practicing looking back for information or evidence. What did the hedgehog ask the hare to do after lunch? A, the hedgehog asked the hare to take a nap. B, the hedgehog asked the hare to race. C, the hedgehog asked the hare to run home. Let me take a look. I know he felt sick of all of that bragging. The hedgehog made a plan. He went to the hare and said, let's race. Let me just double check. did the hedgehog ask the hare to do after lunch? Well, I think it's race, but I just want to make sure. The hare smiled. Because the hare then laughs at him and tells him how short his legs are. We will race south from this fence up to the house on the hill, but I can't race till I have my lunch. I'll be back at 1. So it is the race. So we just wanted to verify the information for that is on page 38. So I want to make sure I record that page. So the hedgehog asked the hare to race. And that was on page 38. Tell the plot of this tale. Write at least 3 sentences. Okay, so the plot is the beginning, the middle, and the end. Well, so far we haven't finished the tale, but maybe I want to use those words first, next, and last in my 3 sentences. So I could say, first, the hare was bragging that he was so fast. That happened on the first. I'm so fast, he said. I'm the fastest. No one is as fast as me. Well, the hedgehog got sick of all this, so he asked him to race. Next, the hedgehog challenged. I'm going to switch markers. That one's not working so good anymore. The hare to a race. So I use first, next, and I'm going to use the word last. Let's see what happened last. We will race south from the fence up to the house on the hill, but I can't race till I have my lunch. I'll be back. The hedgehog went home and spoke to his wife. Wife, at 1 I will run a race with the hare. What? Said his wife. She frowned and asked, are you out of your wits? He's so fast you can't hope to win a race with him. Trust me, I have a plan. So, last, the hedgehog made a plan with his wife. I just want to make sure it lasts for 3 sentences. And I think I'm okay with that. Just 3 sentences is fine. First, the hare was bragging that he was so fast. Next, the hedgehog challenged the hare to a race. And then last, the hedgehog made a plan with his wife. That's where it left off. We don't know who won yet or what the plan is. We're going to read our next story. There are lines on this other page. Again, if you didn't go on the back, that's okay, as long as you have 3 solid sentences, character names, first, next, last. I think we did a pretty good job of supporting our evidence up here. So I'm happy with how we did on this piece. Now, again, if you tried it independently and you checked it with mine, that was a really smart decision to try to build that independence. So nice job. Again, remember to study for your spelling test this week. Every day you should be studying. And again, I think our test is actually today. So I hope that you remember all week long to make sure you study.